The vertex, okay, the vertex is always going to be right here. Okay, that's always the vertex. Okay, so if we look at number 1, which one is the vertex? E. Okay, the vertex is E. Okay, name each angle in 4 ways. Okay, first of all, the very first 2 are the easiest. Okay, we can name this angle G. You can name it by just the vertex. Angle 1, because there's a 1 there. Okay, and then the last 2 ways, we start here, but the vertex has to go in the middle. So we can say angle FGH, and you can go from this way, G or HGF. Okay, the vertex always has to be in the middle, though. Okay, so that's how you name that in 4 ways. Anthony, you might be in Elizabeth's way. I don't know. You can ask her. Said you might be in Elizabeth's way. I don't know. Are you just being nice? You can tell her to move. Okay. She is nice, so I don't know if she was like, gonna be honest. Okay. State if the given point is interior or exterior. Okay. So if you were to draw yourself some notes, okay, anything here is interior. Anything out here is the exterior. Okay, so if we look at number 5, is that interior or exterior? Point P. That is an exterior. Okay, what about 7? 7 is not in. Where is it? Is it interior or exterior? What's the instructions say? Reread them. Read the instructions. Huh? It's on the angle, correct? Okay, so it's not interior or exterior, it's on the angle. Okay, so this one is going to be on the angle. Okay, same thing like it's on the line. We did. Yeah, he's working.
Sorry to interrupt, I just have the papers that I was supposed to turn in.
Oh, you're fine. Can I scroll?
Yeah.
Okay, number 9. What is that called? I don't know. I'm gonna go over it. It's a point. Okay, so we had like a point, a line, a plane, a segment, a ray. Okay, this is called a point. Okay, number 11. What is that? It is not. Okay, so we know that this is called a point. Okay, this is a line. This is a segment. This is a ray. What else do I have? A point, a line. This is a plane. Okay, anything that looks like this is called a plane. Point, line, plane, segment, ray. I think that's it. I don't know, hopefully. Okay, so what is 11 called?
Plane.
It's called a plane. Okay, 13. Is there another way to rename the line AB? BA. Okay, so lines, you can flip them around. Okay, so it can go BA. Okay, it does have to be on the line, and then you should have a little line above it. Okay, look at mine. You should have a little baby line above it. Okay, 15, you're probably going to need to write some notes. Is there another way to rename the plane P? Okay, so a plane, you need 3 points in the box. Okay, and it can go in any order. Okay, so what points are not allowed? What things are not allowed? It's a no-go.
T.
T does not work. There's also one more. Why P?
Because that's already the first name.
That is already the first name. However, as well as, is there a dot?
No.
Then it's not a point. Okay, a point has to have a dot, correct? Which we just went over. So P does not work. Okay, so we need, they have to be inside the box. Okay, and we need 3 of them. So any order will work. So you could say QRS, SRQ, RSQ, any of those. Okay, what would you like to use? QRS. Okay, so we got QRS.
That doesn't have to have any,
Yeah, they don't
line
have
or
the-
anything with it.
The symbol? No?
Nope. Okay, find the length indicated, okay? So, if you recall, for all of these ones, this is the formula, okay? And this one, you may not need it, but it goes like this. Little plus little equals what?
Big.
The big,
Minus little equals little.
okay? So if we're looking at this, is the 10 gonna be a little or a big?
Little.
It's gonna be a little. Okay, what about the 15?
Big.
It's a big, and then the question mark is a little, okay? So we got little plus little equals the big. So it's a question mark plus 10 equals 15. So what plus 10 equals 15? 5. Okay? Can I scroll? Okay, 19. Again, we're gonna say little plus little equals big. So I got this is my little, little, and this is my big. Okay, so it's gonna look like 2x plus 9 plus, what's my other little?
Plus 11.
11 equals x plus 20. Okay, so if we're looking at this, what can we put together? What needs done?
Letters. Letters to the left or to the right.
Yeah, so that is one note that I would make, is gonna say, letters to the left, numbers to the right, okay? However, you wanna have 2 pieces on one side and 2 pieces on the other side first. Okay, so yes, our very first step is gonna be to combine that 9 and that 11 together. What is 9 plus 11? 20. So I'm gonna get 2x plus 20 equals 1x plus 20. Okay, so, and just for a refresher, is the 2x a letter or a number?
Letter.
It is a letter. If it has a letter in it, the letter trumps the number. Okay, what about the 20? Is that a letter or a number?
Number.
Number. What about the 1?
Letter.
It's a letter, and the other 20? It's a number. Okay, so we're already on the left-hand side of the equal sign. Okay, so does the 2x get moved? No, it's a letter and it's already on the left. What about the 20? Yes, because it's a number and it's on the left, so we're going to move it to the right. What is it going to go under, the 1 or the 20?
The 20.
Under the 20, okay? Okay, I like to do this all in one step. Notice how I have a big X on this side? Then that means I also need a big X on this side, okay? What needs else moved?
The 1x.
The 1x. So we're going to say minus 1x, minus 1x. Okay, what is 2x minus 1x?
1x.
1x. 20 minus 20
0.
is going to be 0. And then what? We're going to divide by 1. Okay, the one thing I want you to pay attention to, what did the instructions say?
So for X.
So for X, okay? If you look at 21, what do the instructions say? Find the length indicated, what does it tell you to find? BC. So, that is the difference between the two. So, on the next one, we have to find the X and then plug it back in, okay? We need to find whatever length it's telling us, okay? So, please pay attention to the instructions when you're doing your exam, okay? So, we're gonna say little plus little equals big, so it's gonna look like 5 plus -6 plus 2x equals 1x plus 7. Okay, what can we combine? What can we combine? 5 and 6. So that's going to give me a -1 plus 2x equals 1 minus 7. Okay, letters are going to go to the left, numbers are going to the right. So who needs moved? The 1x does need moved, so we're going to say minus 1x. What is he going to go under? Under the 2x. Okay, who else needs moved? The -1. So we're going to say +1 and +1. Okay, again, on both sides of the equal sign, I got two big x's. Okay, that's what it should look like. Okay, 2x minus 1x. It's going to be 1x. -7 plus 1. -6. Okay, and then what needs done? Divide by 1. So we get x equals -6. Okay, now, we found our x, but what are we supposed to be finding?
BC.
BC. Okay, go back and look at your picture. What is BC? Ryder, get off of it.
-6 plus 6.
Yeah, so BC is -6 plus 2x. Okay, but now we know what our x is. What is our x? -6. So we're going to put a -6 here. Okay, so it's going to look like -6 plus 2 times -6. Okay, and that part you can just type in your calculator and it'll do all the math for you. Okay, so type that in and see what you get. What'd you guys get? Let's go. Half the packet's got to get done today, no matter what. Like, I don't. What'd you guys get?
12.
-12? You got -18? You got -18? Type it. Let's go. It ain't. Mm-mm. What'd you get?
30 or 18? I got -8.
2? Am I tweaking or what? 2 times? Oh, shoot, you're right. -18. No, because I was thinking 12 and then the 6. My bad. That's why I always get a couple, because I don't be knowing. Okay, 23. These are kind of the same way, okay? They want us to find JIH. JIH. Is that a little or a big? That is the big. JIH is the big, okay? So that's the one we're trying to find, okay? JIA, is that a little or a big? It's a little, okay? And we can still go, this is my big, this is my little, and my little, okay? So this one is 38, okay? AIH, AIH. Well, it's a little, and it's 130. Okay, so this is gonna look like 130 plus 38 equals my big, which I don't know.
68.
What's wrong with mine then? Oh, right here, should be 38.
I don't think 21's right, but I guess it doesn't matter. I have it, I get it.
We were playing on your phone.
No, I was emailing because I'm freaking upset.
Oh, my camera's on, so
Mm.
let's not. Never mind, I'll look at that in a minute.
Alright.
That way you don't get behind. Can I scroll? Okay, cool. Okay, 25 says find X, okay? If FED, is that our little or our big?
Big.
FED is the big. Okay, so this is gonna be 168. Okay, YED. What is YED? It's a little, and that's gonna be X plus 63. So obviously the FEY is gonna be X plus 115. Okay, so if we set this up, it's gonna look like X plus 63 plus X plus 115 equals 168. Okay, what needs done next?
Put together the numbers and the letters.
Yeah, okay, so we can combine X and X is gonna give me a 2X. And what is 63 plus 115? I did not leave enough room. I don't know what I was doing.
178.
178 equals 168. Okay, and then what needs done? Some subtract. And I'm gonna have to move mine over here. Okay, so 2X equals negative 10. And then what? Divide by 2. Okay, do we stop or keep going? What does it say to find? It says to find X, so this one is done. Okay, RKL. RKL, is that a little or a big?
Little.
RKL is gonna be a little one. Okay, and it's 11X plus 8.
That's a little, the biggest bulk.
Hey, chill. Okay, JKR. JKR. Is that a little or a big?
Little.
It's a little, so that's gonna go underneath the little one, so 3X plus 5. JKL. JKL is 125. Okay, so then what needs done?
Add up the numbers.
Combine. Okay, so I can combine what and what?
8 and 3.
Try again.
8 and 5.
8 and 5. What is 8 plus 5?
13.
So I'm gonna get 14X plus 13 equals 125. Okay, and then what?
Subtract from both sides.
Minus from both sides. So I got 14X equals, what is 125 minus 13?
112.
112. And then what?
Divided by 14.
Divide by 14. And what is that?
8.
8. Okay, do we stop or keep going? What does it say to find?
JKR.
JKR. So what is JKR? Read back through your problem. What does it say? JKR equals what?
3x.
Yeah, so JKR is really 3x plus 5. Okay, but now we know our x. What is our x? 8. So it's going to look like 3 parentheses 8 plus 5. Type that in your calculator. See what you get.
29.
29.
29?
Yay.
We have about 10 left. Okay, 29. Find the midpoint. Okay, here's the midpoint formula. Okay, it looks like this. X1 plus X2 over 2. And then we got a Y1 plus Y2 over 2. Okay, so we're going to go through and label these, and it's going to look like this. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay, if we start with this first one, what is my X1?
6.
6 plus X2.
0.
0 over 2. Okay, type that in your calculator, see what you get.
3.
What'd you guys get? 3? Okay, the second one, we got Y1. What's Y1? 1 plus Y2. Negative 5 over 2. Type that in your calculator, see what you get. Negative 2. Negative 2. Huh?
You gotta finish over that like hour and a half today.
Yeah, we're doing half today, and then. Okay, find the midpoint of each line segment. Okay, these are the same, but we just need to write the coordinate out. Okay, what is this coordinate called? What's the x on? It's on 2. How many is the y? What do we go up to? 0. So this one's 2 comma 0. What about this one? How much did we go over and how much did we go down from 0? Negative 2, negative 5. Okay, so now we can go ahead and it's just like the other part. You're going to label x1, y1, x2, y2. And it doesn't matter which ones you pick, but you got to go in that same order, okay? And so, again, this is going to use that same formula. x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. Okay, what is my x1? 2 plus x2. Negative 2 over 2. Okay, Type that in your calculator, see what you get. You got 0?
0.
Okay. For the y's, it's gonna be 0 plus -5 over 2.
Negative 2.5.
Okay, and it doesn't really matter fraction or decimal, so it's either gonna be -5 over 2 or -2.5.
So they could leave it?
It will be multiple choice, so they can't leave it. I mean, there'll be an option.
Oh, gotcha.
I just don't know which option that is right now. Okay, for the midpoint and endpoint, this is the formula. It goes like x1 plus x2 over 2 equals x3. y1 plus y2 over 2 equals y3. Okay, if you recall, these are both endpoints, and this is a midpoint. Okay, so the x1 and x2 are endpoints, and the other one is going to be a midpoint. Okay, so my first endpoint, I'm going to label what? Is it going to be an x1? X1. Okay, so we're going to say x1, y1. What about the midpoint? What does he have to be labeled?
X3.
3. Okay, so it's going to be x3, y3. Okay, so we're going to start off with the x's. What is my x1?
7.
7 plus x2. What's my x2?
X2.
X2, we don't know what that is. Okay, over 2 equals, what's my x3?
Negative 4.
-4. Okay, then what?
Solve.
Yeah, we're gonna solve, but how do we solve? What needs done first? Not divide.
Multiply by 2.
Times by 2. Times by 2. Okay, so I'm gonna get 7 plus x2 equals -8. And then what? Then what needs done? Okay, so the steps are always the same for these. You're gonna times by 2 and then add or subtract, okay? So we're gonna get -15. Okay, we're gonna do the exact same thing with the y's, okay? So my y1 is gonna be 2 plus y2 over 2 equals my y3 is 6. Okay, again, the steps are the same every single time. You're gonna times by 2, then add or subtract. Okay, so we're gonna times by 2. Okay, and then are we gonna add or subtract? Subtract. Okay. Okay, and so our last step is just gonna write this as a coordinate. Okay, it's gonna look like -15, comma 10. Okay, we're gonna do one more. 'Cause the back half will go really fast. Okay, find the distance between the 2 points. Okay, and this is that really long formula. And I don't know if it's plus or minus.
Minus.
Is it? x2. Okay, it's gonna look like x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. You sure?
Oh, I thought it was, you were using the other one, the negative minus b.
That's quadratic formula.
Oh.
See, let me, that's what I get for listening to Hanson. X2.
Okay, I was right.
You would thought it was a whole different formula.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna label these. We're gonna go ahead and label. We're gonna say x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, what is my x2? What's my x2? 0 minus x1. Negative 8 squared plus y2. What's my y2? Let's go. What's y2? 1 minus y1. 8. Close it and square it. This whole thing you can type in on your calculator.
I got 113.
113. Squared?
Doesn't have square,
So you're gonna hit the SD button for sure. 10.53.
63. You did it wrong.
Okay, who else? I need a couple more, because that's a lot of typing.
10.6,
You got 10.6?
yeah, 10.6,
One more.
One more miracle.
Okay, and if you don't remember how to type, today's a good day to figure it out.
1.6.
You got 10.63? Okay, we're gonna stop here today. 1 through 36 should be completed today, okay? A couple things.